My name is Chuck Aaron, and I'm Chief Pilot for Red Bull North America. I started flying helicopters because my dad was a pilot, and he really was my mentor and my hero of my life, and I always wanted to be like my dad. I started off when I was about that tall, riding motorcycles. My dad bought me one when I was just 6 or 7 years old. I could barely ride a bike, and he bought me a motorized motor scooter. Dietrich Mesch is the owner of Red Bull, and I'd sold him a helicopter that I used to own, and he asked me personally at that point when he was here to pick it up, is there anything that I'd like to do for Red Bull? And I said, well, I'm a pilot. And I said, you guys don't have aviation here in the United States. And Red Bull doesn't. And he said, well, I can make that happen. Tell me what you want. And I said, well, I don't know. You tell me what you think I could do. And he asked me, so well, can you do aerobatics in helicopters? And I went, no, that's not an option. No one had done air shows or aerobatics with helicopters. No one had ever been licensed by the FAA to do aerobatics. It's a pretty daunting task what he asked me to do. But about 2 weeks later, I got to thinking about it. 2 weeks later, after mulling over my head for a while, I came up with an idea that I thought might work. And I called him up on the phone and said, look, this might work, but it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of effort, and it's going to take a lot of engineers and a lot of thought and a lot of money, and maybe we could do it. And he said, make it happen. Yeah, the FAA thought I was crazy. They almost wanted to throw me out the door when I first asked them. The only reason why they didn't, because they've known me for years and all the stuff that I have done. So because of my previous knowledge with the FAA and track record with them, they at least listened to what I was suggesting. The whole process with the FAA after initialization took about 1.5 years because I needed DERs and DARs, which are aeronautical airframe and engineering engineers, to help me do modifications in the aircraft. They were my ideas, but I needed engineers to back me up, with math and I said, all right, let's move this part over here to this part over there, and let's beef up this area, and let's beef up that area, and let's make this stronger, make that stronger, so we could do this safely on a continual basis. I've always had a dirt bike or a motorcycle of some kind, and for 20 years, that's all I had was dirt bikes. And I had various kinds of them. And I loved to ride out in the dirt. And if I crashed out in the dirt and never hurt anybody but myself. So after I had for years been riding the dirt bike, I decided I wanted a street bike. And I tried to I looked at all kinds of models, and I came down to the best buy that I thought was the best one I could find, and that was, I bought a brand new 1995 Honda ST1100, a red one, and right off the showroom floor. And I loved the idea. It had a V4 with dual red cams and fuel injected, and was very, very fast. Had 105 horsepower, if I remember correctly, and I just fell in love with it. So the guy let me do a test ride in it. As soon as I test rode it, I brought it back and bought it. And I kept that for about over 10, 11 years, and sold it. I was out of a bike for several years, and I usually kept that and some other dirt bikes because I was still dirt bike riding. But that was my first shot at riding on the street. I finally, in '06, I bought a brand new ST1300 that came out. And it's basically the same bike of my 1100, only a little bit bigger. And I'm very, very happy with it. So I think it's the fastest, coolest, smoothest bike on the street, and it mixes up street riding and racing together. So I can have them both with that bike. Some days I get out my bike and I just take off and I'll head to Santa Barbara, or I'll go down to San Diego, or I love my bike. So it's just a matter of what I feel like that day. If I feel like I want to go out and practice with my bull cow and go out and loop and roll it, I'll take it out. So it's, we all feel different every day, and this is, it just depends on that day and which one I like to ride. But I love them both. They're part of my life.
I'm Ivan Tedesco, Honda Red Bull Racing, number 9. Yeah, I think it's cool that it's the same team as last year. You know, all the same riders, same mechanics, everything, and yeah, everybody already knows each other. Everybody knows how to work with each other, and you know, I think it's good. We all get along really great, and you know, I'm excited for this year. I think if we all stay healthy, we could all be up on the podium every weekend and have a good year. I had a big role in this new 09. Yeah, I was one of the first guys to ride it and was able to give some of the initial feedback, and which is good for me because you know, I got to pick the things that I liked about the bike, and some of that went into production. And you know, the bike's great. I like it. It feels really good all around. I think it's a good bike. We can win on it, and come Anaheim, we'll have the best bike out there.
Ben Townley, Honda Red Bull Racing, 101. Being with Honda, you know, obviously the 2008 season was a write-off for me, and just looking forward to getting the ball rolling with them and getting some consistent racing going and getting out there and just being a part of the team and hopefully repaying it with some wins.
Andrew Short, number 29, Honda Red Bull Racing. Yeah, 2008 was a great year for me. I finished third in both series, and the reason it was so good is I gained a lot of experience and got the feeling of what a full season was like. And that's an experience that is definitely going to come to play in 2009, and I think I can build on what I learned last year. So I'm pretty excited with 2008 and looking for a more successful 2009.
David Millsaps, number 18, Honda Red Bull Racing. My goals for this year would be up front. You know, obviously everyone's goal is to win the championship and win races and podium and be up in the front. I mean, that's just everyone's goals, but I have goals in my head that aren't coming out, so they're just in there, and there's my own mindset goals. But I mean, obviously I want to be on the front and run with those guys and give them a run for their money. You know, the new 450 is awesome. You know, there's really nothing that you don't like on the bike. It's all really amazing, and it's the way it turns, the way the motor is compared to last year's bike, or just period of any bike overall. They've really done their homework with this bike, and I'm really pumped to be back on the team and be riding this bike for next year for sure.
For next year, Honda Red Bull Racing, we're going to build on what we did great last year and learn from our weaknesses. And I'm really excited too with Ashley Fiolet coming on board. It's going to be an amazing thing, and it's a great step for Honda and with Red Bull, and it's showing how our sport's growing. And it's going to be cool because she's young and she's really excited. And that adds a lot of positive encouragement and just a feeling that brings a great thing around our team. So it's going to be a great addition to our team, and I think it's a great thing for our sport and for Honda and Red Bull. It shows how progressive they really are.
My name is Ashley Filick. I'm from St. Augustine, Florida. I'm 18 years old. I won the WMA Women's Pro National Championship this year. Yeah, I was born deaf, and that's just my life. You know, that is, I've learned to adapt to different situations, but pretty much motocross is just what I do, and everybody accepts me in it, and you know, it's a great experience for me to be able to have an opportunity like this. And when I moved to Florida, I went to FSDB. To be part of the Honda Red Bull factory team is amazing. It's a dream come true. It's something I've thought about since I've been a little girl, and obviously it's an opportunity that boys always go after, and for me to be the first girl is just an amazing opportunity.
Hi, my name is Eric Kehoe. I'm the motocross manager here for the Honda Red Bull Racing Team. We're out here at the Piru Red Bull facility doing some practicing and some training today. Little media day, so having a good time. And we're introducing the newest member to our team, Ashley Filek, to the Honda Red Bull Racing Team.
Cheer me up with tones of tales. Your heart cries out to be heard. Life may be hard, but there's someone to hold you. Leave your window open to a western wind. Die again. There's no one, there's nothing here but you. Sparks of burning spots, showering vacant loads, flashing flying flares.